Breaker, and please help me welcome Lynn Ice.
Thank you, Madam Postmaster and guests. Thomas Wolfe was a 20th century American author. The title of one of his novels is You Can't Go Home Again. That suggests the journey of some kind, an odyssey. And as I look back on my life, I realize it has been an extended odyssey. It began in the lower Methow Valley, where I was born and raised. It's a very verdant, beautiful valley if you've been there. I learned three things there that I believe form the core of who I am, and that developed without my really knowing it in my own odyssey, which lasted for about 30, closer to 40 years. That's a long time. Those three values were education, a love of nature, and philanthropy, which I'm defining fairly generally as doing kind things and helpful things to people. I graduated with a degree in English from Washington State University and was married that summer. Later, my husband and I had two wonderful boys who, by the way, turned 42 today and 40 on Wednesday. My goodness, where did the time go? I learned the value of education there, which to me was acquiring and then sharing what I learned or helping people to grow in a direction that was comfortable for them. I learned to love beauty there. I grew up in beauty. I learned to love philanthropy there. It was a way of life. Neighbors helped neighbors. If we had too many cherries, we gave them to our neighbors. If we needed work at harvest time, they came down to help us. We lived out in the country, and philanthropy was just a way of life. After I graduated, I had a chance to apply my formal learning while I taught at first Davis High School and then at Shable Park High School. And then later, when I acquired a master's degree, I taught at Spokane, I think it was Spokane Falls College at that time. I think it's probably changed by now. I also took up some personal philanthropy and helped out in a handicapped swim program, an instructor for handicapped children. Oh, that swimming pool can be wild. Oh, that's been great fun. My odyssey took me to Iowa with my husband at the time. We separated shortly around in there, and we're talking about several years here. And what I did there was teach in a very, very wonderful junior high school. Nature in Iowa isn't soil. It's black. There are no rocks in it. I think you could sift it. It is beautiful stuff. And philanthropy was doing a crisis line, a telephone crisis line. But about this time, my husband and I went our separate ways. My odyssey continued on to Texas, where I stayed for a PhD program, completed that, and then had a wonderful opportunity to apply what I had acquired by directing an organization that helped teachers, member colleges, with professional development for their faculty members. It was very incredibly rewarding, and this was a national organization that was rewarding and fun at the same time. I learned a great deal by doing that. As you might guess, Texas's beauty is massive. There was the beauty of the bluebonnets in the springtime, miles upon miles of them just waving. We have Lady Bird Johnson to thank for that. My next odyssey was to Wyoming as Dean of Instruction at the college there. I really love that. It's so gratifying to help instructors, to help people improve and realize their own potential. I met an amazing man there and had the good sense to marry him, Sam Navrakis. Sam owned a full-line sporting goods store, and he taught me many things that I had not experienced in the outdoors before. Fly fishing. He built me 4 fly rods. He outfitted me with a backpack and a cooking stove and a sleeping bag and this, that, and the other. Sent me off to the wilderness area in Cloud Peak Wilderness. He outfitted me with a pair of cross-country skis and snowshoes, which I used, by the way. But it was a wonderful life. Things changed there when I left education and took a job as director of a private grant-making foundation. We were fortunate to be able to grant out about $1 million a year, which is a pretty heady amount. What was more important than that, though, was realizing what nonprofits can do if they have adequate funding. It's just amazing. They change lives. About this time, Sam died. That was 6 years ago. And if your life is based in philanthropy, if it's based in education, if it's based in the beauty of nature, sorrow doesn't stay with you forever. The memory does, sorrow does not. I decided about 2 years ago that I was lonesome for home. And so I packed up, moved back, and here I am. And I would challenge Thomas Wolfe about his title, One Can't Come Home Again.